Oh man, please excuse my appearance. I have had a migraine for over 24 hours now, and I'm trying to take care of this little guy. And if you get migraines, you know the struggle. But I really wanted to answer this question because I saw a lot of similar questions about jumping before 2 years old, or what's the difference between bouncing and jumping, because I say bouncing and jumping are different all the time, because I see comments, people saying, oh, well, my 5-month-old is jumping and has been jumping since 2 months, like stuff like that. And it's like, okay, bouncing and jumping are different. Jumping is when they are able to independently on the floor jump with 2 feet, get air off the ground, and land again with 2 feet. That is a jump. And that could be jumping up or jumping over something. And there's a progression to this. Usually jumping down happens first, like off of the last step of the stairs, and then jumping up, and then jumping forward, and then jumping backwards. But that's a whole other thing. Holding on to something like your hands or the crib and kind of like bouncing and things like that, I wouldn't really consider like an independent jump. So you can see sometimes that a baby will bend their legs and kind of come up on their toes. I would just consider that bouncing. And if they are wanting to do that, that's fine. If you're accepting most of their weight, even like standing before 6 to 7 months, I've seen some questions about that too. If you're taking up a majority of their weight and you're just doing it every so often, that's fine. The main point is that standing shouldn't be something that you are deliberately practicing before 6 to 7 months. That's why a 4-month-old shouldn't be placed in an exerciser, a jumper, an activity center. It's just not appropriate, and their hips aren't ready for it. And that was the main point and the main takeaway of that video. And jumping, of course, every child is different. So sometimes kids before 2 years old, you'll see them start to attempt to jump. But you really truly aren't going to see a lot of like air off the ground until around 2 years old. So let me know if that helps or if you have any more questions.